we start our newscast with so many officer-involved shootings, and for that reason, we wanted to bring an expert in the field, and we'll get to weather and the Veterans Day news in just a moment. But first, let me introduce Victor Rodriguez, a retired detective from the Nampa Police Department, and Victor was also involved in his own officer-involved shooting, where a suspect came in, shot at you, and you ended up killing that suspect as well.
Yes, we did.
You know, you hear it so many times, the life of a police officer. Every day they put on that badge, they leave their house, you don't know what to expect.
That's the difficult part about being a police officer that people don't see, is that any second now you could be injured or you could be in a terrible situation as in these three shootings. And I'm sure these officers that were shot today at the Boise Police Department had no idea that this would happen to them.
Sure.
But they had to react to the best of their ability to protect themselves and the others. And that's why I have so much honor and integrity for all the law enforcement officers in the state of Iowa and the United States. That's what they do.
Well, do you think people would be surprised about how many times an officer actually pulls his gun here in the Treasure Valley?
Well, I think the people would really be surprised, because I think it's getting now more to these days that you have to defend yourself, and if you don't know what that person's going to do, I think the citizens in the Treasure Valley would really be surprised how many officers remove their guns and point them. Now, when they do, they have to report that, but luckily the shootings and the officer-involved shootings are way down, other than this last couple of days.
You don't know what to expect every day, but sometimes you have an idea. Are you when you're on high alert, when you know that there's a fugitive,
suspect.
there's a suspect, a fugitive that you feel that could still be in the community?
That's got to be scary.
But there's one of 100 that you may be searching for. There's, if you notice the list of warrants of arrest, some of those are all very violent. So you can't remember all of the people that are involved in these terrible incidences,
right,
or have a high on drugs or high on alcohol or just mean persons, period.
Right.
But you'll meet them at the moment that you see them and contact them.
All right,
that's
Victor,
the terrible side of it.
let me ask you this. Tensions are already high. We've come off an election where we're having protests even in our own city, anti-Trump protests that are going on. We've now had officer-involved shootings in numerous cities. How do we unify? Is there a way the community can come in and support the officers, especially those two officers literally on the operating table right now?
The most important is our community does do that. The people in our community, Treasure Valley area, the first thing that happens when an officer is shot, they begin praying and supporting that agency. Officers do the same thing, but the community does the same thing as well. They might not be as voiceful, but you know, right now we just need to slow down, take a break from all this ugly actions by everyone,
right,
and the police officers can relax a little bit, and at the same time be cautious.
Yeah.
And I think our community does just do that.
Just
I'm
breathe
very
in,
proud.
breathe out.
There you go. That's what all you have to do. We can, us three can do it, but can the others that don't want to do that?
Right.
Those are the problems.
Victor Rodriguez,
thanks so much.
We really
welcome.
appreciate you being here tonight, giving us the insight that we need in all of this. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.